The third game of the Indie Games Uprising III is Diehard Dungeon. Welcome to the dungeon. Those unlucky few that are chosen face great riches and great perils. Good luck. A randomly generated dungeon is created every time you play. Discover the dungeon's many secrets and multiple outcomes. Do you have what it takes to survive the dungeon? Alright, so Diehard Dungeon. If I had to summarize it, I guess I'd say it's a game that seems to take a lot of influence from the older 2D Legend of Zelda games. However, the level design is randomized, so it takes elements from roguelikes in that way. You start the game, it randomizes a dungeon. If you die, you start back at the beginning and it randomizes a new one. So let's get started on our treasure hunting randomized adventure. So, on the title screen, our nameless character, appears to die, but then he wakes up in this locked cell, with a carving on the wall that says how to move and look. More importantly, there's a key. And we can use that to unlock that. So, no real explanation as of right now as to why we're here. And as for why there's a treasure chest that appears to be teleporting, but appears to be scared of us. However, when it blinked out this time, it left behind a sword. So at least we have a weapon. There's this orb on the wall. So it looks like there's someone behind that, but doesn't have much to say. As we go through the dungeon, we'll try to find these gold keys. We want to have 10 of them by the time we leave. So yeah, it's very mysterious as we begin. As for what we're doing here, or even where is here, and why did we die outside, but now we're inside. Alright, so there's a key. There's a silver key, not a golden one. And one of the main things we'll be doing... Hold on. One of the main things we'll be doing as we go through these rooms... that heart. It's trying to find these keys for these keyholes. When we do that, for some reason these blood enemies appear. I don't really know why. Also, 2 types of torches. We'll want to pay attention to those as we go through the game. So we have normal torches like these. If we hit it, we catch fire. We have to walk around before the fire spreads. But then there are blue torches. Didn't catch on fire. If you hit a blue torch, health or an item or money might come out. So we do want to hit those when we see them. But also we have these treasure chests. Once we use a treasure chest, we can pick one of these numbers. Good. And we might get a bonus. Alright, got two extra hearts. Nothing to sneeze at, but... and some extra treasure, so that's not bad. But the main things I want from these chests when we find them is I can get some permanent stat boosts to my character. And that's really what I'm going for. Oh, hold on. This teleporting treasure chest is being harassed by these green things. I don't know why. But it's the companion chest. Basically, the way it works is it'll pick up items and stuff for us. And we do need it as we go through the game. For some reason, there are these little creatures that do want to bother it. They attack it. I don't know why. I don't think they can kill it. But we do need the chest, because as we find money and stuff, the chest will automatically pull that stuff in. Yeah, see, there we go. There was a ring in that torch. And now it's in my chest. Oh, another treasure hunter. Maybe he died on the battlefield just like us. He's good at blocking. Oh, but now he's dead again. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. If we are in some kind of land of the dead, is that what's happening here? And we have to work our way back to the land of the living. Oh, hold on. Kill these green things before my treasure chest gets scared. So yeah, I don't know what the deal was with the thing on the title screen. It doesn't seem to come into play as we are going through this dungeon. So far, I really like this game. I like the way it looks, it plays, it sounds. Some great music in the game so far. It's, as you can see, it is going for this low-res retro look, which I do like. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit biased because generally games that try this look, many times I will like it, and it is trying to emulate, you can probably tell, elements from Link to the Past. And I really like that game, so this is a game that's much more interesting to me than a bunch of the stuff that's coming up on the Uprising. I can't get through there. Alright, let's see what's in here. Okay, good. I am looking for permanent boosts. Let's see if I can get in. No, not this time. That's disappointing. There are a few things that you can get to increase your stats or your abilities permanently, and that treasure chest is the most common one. Gameplay's fine. Don't have any problems with the controls. Where's the keyhole? Did I miss it? Where was that keyhole? There it is. Didn't even see that. The only thing I might say stop bothering my chest. My money box. Follows me around, collects money. The only thing I would say is that there's a lot of breaking apart boxes and crates and such to get stuff. And those take a few hits, and since there's so much of that, that seems to kind of slow things down, delay things. So I don't know if maybe you should have just been able to break apart crates with one hit. Seems like things would have gone faster. Alright, so sometimes you come across these trapdoors. If we open those, get to a trapdoor game. In the trapdoor game, we control the treasure chest. And what we have to do is just go around this room, over the fires, and we have to try to not get hit by the enemy chest, because that will kill us in one hit and boot us out of the game. There doesn't seem to be a time limit, but as time goes on, it looks like that the enemy chest does start to move faster. You can see him picking up speed, so it is in our best interest to finish this as fast as we can. But we're almost done. Okay, let's get that, and there we go. So this is another way of getting permanent upgrades for the character. You can see my sword hit now has that little wave in front of it. You can also see in the lower left-hand corner the icon for that. So that represents that that's a permanent upgrade right now. So you do want to be able to complete those every time you do one. Those are a little bit harder than they look, actually. It's pretty easy to run into the enemy chest. I'm on fire. Because the way those work is when you press a direction, the chest will move in that direction until you press another one. So you can press the direction, then remove your finger from the stick or the D-pad, and the chest will still keep moving until you press another direction. So the way that works, it's actually kind of easy to run into another chest. Blue torch, had a ring in it. That's where you store them. Yeah, so most of the rooms so far, it seems like that the objective is to get a key and put it in the keyhole. It was close this time. Maybe it could have done with a bit more variety of objectives. That guy's hacking apart crates too. I guess he's looking for stuff. But now he wants our stuff? I'm sorry, friend, you can't have that. Oh, by the way, you can see a little pressure plate right there, that if you step on it, those spikes shoot out. A nice thing is that enemies can set off traps and get killed by traps as well. They can also get set on fire. Let's see if we can get on that. Will I hit that pressure plate if I do that? Okay, there we go. And that was worth it, because we got a gold key. Yeah, I just really do like the look and the music in this game. It's the sort of thing that appeals to me. Oh, first boss, Mr. Illusion. Gotta keep our distance from Mr. Illusion because he stomps on the ground and creates that shockwave. So we can't get close to him with our sword, but we do get this, the hand cannon. So we got a melee weapon now. Sorry, not a melee weapon, we already had that with the sword. We have a ranged weapon. Shoot cannonballs at him. After a second, the cannonballs explode. What's Mr. Illusion going to do against this? We're shooting cannonballs out of our handgun. We have infinite ammo, which is nice. There's also torches on the wall. Get a little bit of extra health from those blues. Oh, hold on. Alright, that's something that happens sometimes, but it's kind of rare. I don't know what causes it, but it causes a lot of gold to come out. So great, let's try to pick that up. And if Mr. Illusion could stop just stomping around, that'd be great. Oh great, he did. Time for the second phase of Mr. Illusion. He warps around the screen and shoots triangles at us. I'm gonna hit him with my sword because that seems to be much stronger than the cannonball. And he's getting smaller. Mr. Illusion doesn't have a health meter, but as we heard him, he gets smaller. Maybe that was the illusion after all. Maybe he was never big in the first place. Mr. Illusion was compensating. But that's not the way, Mr. Illusion. You have to be honest with yourself and who you are. After beating a boss, we have an option on which way we want to go. Sewer or underground? Underground's red. I don't know if that means it's harder, but let's give it a shot. I also don't know if the directions we choose play any part in the ending we get. I don't know how that works. I want to find out, though. Alright, Trapdoor game. We got 2 chests this time. So let's see if we can do this, even though we have 2 chests wandering around. Want to try to stay on one side of both of them. I don't want to get in between them. So if they stay on the left side of the screen, no, he's coming over to the right. Let's get up there. Yeah, they're getting faster. Gonna have to try to finish this quick. And I think I'm gonna be able to... No, hold on. Okay, there it is, and nope. Okay, yep, get it. Great, knives. So now it's more like Zelda than it was before, because I can shoot my sword. And it's gonna come in very handy, so you can see you really do want to be able to win those Trapdoor games. We got a little golden enemy that came out of that box. He drops gold if we hit him, so let's try to hit him. There we go. Oh, I'm on fire. When you're on fire, so much fire. The chest seems to be doing okay, though. Alright, so you saw a few things there. One was that I dropped my weapon because I got hit hard. And that'll happen. If you take a bad hit, you will drop it, and you have to go find it again. The other was that you saw a whole bunch of enemies get set on fire. So that's great when that happens. Since we're in a new area now, we do have different environments. Things look like a little bit a change in the way of tile sets. And instead of boxes, we have these mushrooms, I guess? I don't know. We also have arrow traps on the wall, making things harder. So far, however, the game really has not had that intense difficulty that you usually will get from games that try to take the roguelike method of requiring you to complete a random game in one life. Like thinking about something like Spelunky, where you keep dying over and over in a short period of time. This is not like that. You will last longer. And while things can take you by surprise and kill you pretty quick, if you keep aware of your surroundings and of your health, it actually is not too difficult. I mean, there are a lot of enemies, but the game also gives you a lot of stuff to survive. As I shoot my sword, that is not as powerful as getting right up close. So I still do have to get up close to do big damage. Though if there are a lot of enemies in one place, the cannonball is pretty good, because it does burst like that. Got a pressure plate, so that's a new thing in this area. You can hit pressure plates to open doors. You know, I'm not actually sure what benefit the gold and the gems have. I'm picking them up. Getting points, I guess, but I'm not quite sure why. Look at this guy. Look, he's big and fat. He's running into the walls. Look at him, he's goofy. I'm also going to get him to step on those pressure plates to activate arrows. Try to do that. Activate those arrows. He's going to get hit with them. He can take a lot of damage, though, so he's not going to die from one arrow. Neat thing about this guy, let's see, try to get him to run into other enemies, like that guy up there. Let's see if we can make that happen. Is he coming? Where is he? There he is. Let's see if we can... No. Oh, look at that. Guy with the sword killed him. He wasn't having any of that nonsense. He was saying, you're trying to run through me? That's not happening. All you're doing is tearing up the place. Activating traps. What are you doing? Oh yeah, so I knocked his shield away, and then he stepped on a trap. So, again, I like the way the game plays. It plays very smoothly. No problem with how this works. I haven't gotten any permanent upgrades from the chests yet, which is kind of disappointing. I've got Rage. I'm angry at video games. Rage is not a permanent upgrade, though. It's just temporary. It makes me a lot stronger than I was. So let's see what we can do with that. Oh, we unlocked a trap. Hold on. You can see that spiky trap right there. It's gonna... Those things actually can be pretty useful. They'll wander around the level and just kill anything they touch. If I'm in a room with a whole bunch of enemies, I actually do like to see one of those traps get unlocked. Because I'll try my best to try to keep away from it, but it'll just run right into the enemies and kill them all. I beat this game once so far. As for the length, I think it was 3 bosses that there were. Not a very long game, but I do think it has replay value, and like I said, I do think that there might be multiple endings, because when I beat the game, it seemed like there were some things left unresolved. we'll see if I can beat it in this video. We'll see what I get. So a lot of stuff about this game that's still unknown to me. Right, a bunch of rooms in this area that use pressure plates instead of those keys. Let's try to get through here. Oh, we're in a very small room this time. So when you think about, you describe a game as sort of Zelda combined with a roguelike, I guess the main thing people would think about would be Binding of Isaac. But while I would still describe this game in the same way, it takes it in a different direction than Isaac does. Binding of Isaac really sticks heavily towards the Zelda 1 style map design, where every room is a one-screen room. And great. Let's see what's in here first, though. Ah, gold enemy, great. And the combat is, even though the game seems to be very Zelda-inspired, the combat is that of a dual joystick shooter. This seems to be taking more of an inspiration from Link to the Past than Zelda 1. And the combat, while there is some shooting, it really is not a dual joystick shooter for the most part. So even though this is another game that I would describe as being Zelda crossed with a roguelike, it plays completely differently from Binding of Isaac. Oh, I have not seen this before. Hive Mind. This was not the boss I got last time I played the game. I got this ability, though. I can hide in my chest, though I don't know why I'd want to do that. So, I don't know how to beat this guy. We'll find out together. Just throw bombs at him, I guess. Maybe that'll do something. Oh, I'm very slow right now. Not seeing an indication so far on whether I'm hurting him. And that, being slowed down like that is really killer right now. Oh, look at all that fire. Oh man, look at all these rings left behind. So many rings. Assuming that just hitting him is hurting him. But like with Mr. Illusion, there really is no health meter or anything like that. But with Mr. Illusion, once we got to the second phase, we could see that he was shrinking. This guy, not seeing any visual cues right now that what I'm doing is working. And he seems to be spurting oil. Just an observation. Alright. I really don't know if there's a reason to hide in the chest. Man, getting slowed down like that is... Well, wait. Oh, that's it. He's dead. And everyone else is as well. They died in a fire. Okay, so there really was no indication at all as I was doing that he was getting hurt, and there didn't seem to be a second phase to the battle. He just died all of a sudden. Great. Okay, do we want the temple or do we want the infested? Actually, when I played this the first time, I went with infested. There's some zombie guys down there, because it's XBLIG, of course. I have not tried the temple yet, so let's give it a go. Alright, this looks different than what I had before. Oh, 3 chests, but let's see if I can do it. Try to get over to the left side, I guess. Yeah, if they can all stay bunched over on one side, then it shouldn't be too bad. Huh? They're getting faster. I still have too many I need to get, but we're getting there. I can just hold on. No, okay, yeah, almost did it. Didn't do it. If I got that one, I think the prize I got was an ability called Voodoo, where I could sacrifice one of my hearts to kill everything on the screen. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good upgrade. I'm sad I didn't get it. Oh, it's one of those red orbs on the wall. What? Whoa, what? That's an enemy chest. Oh, by the way, our companion chest actually was able to warn us of that attack because our companion chest is now upgraded again, and it actually can attack itself now. I mean, it can attack things by itself. Okay, hitting that summoned a Mr. Illusion. So it looks like that the upgrade chests can actually attack now. I don't like that. That didn't happen the first time I went through the game. Last time I went through it, hitting these orbs sometimes could unlock doors. Is there some kind of puzzle here? Oh wait, hold on. Maybe he had to die. Some rooms require you to kill all the enemies on the screen. No. This is curious. Not seeing anything obvious here. I'm not sure. Well, maybe I should have chosen Infested since I knew how to get through that one. But this one is a puzzle to me. I'm not sure what to do. Oh wait, turn green. Maybe the other one has to turn green. There we go. Okay, I don't know. Did I just have to shoot it with my knives instead of my sword? I have not seen that happen before. But at least we know that that is a thing that can happen. And what is that? What enemy cube? I'm kind of glad that my chest has the ability to attack, because I would not have thought that was an enemy. A couple of orbs on the walls right there. Guess we'll come back to them and see if they do anything. Are all upgrade chests going to be enemies now? Or is it just some? Now I'm a little paranoid about this area. It's doing things that I haven't seen before. Lob some cannonballs in there, because I'm not doing well in terms of health. Okay, that one is a real chest. Good. Ah. And I got a 0, so that means no upgrades for me for that. Okay, that's locked, so I guess we probably have to go back to those orbs. Some more Mr. Illusions in here, though. Okay. Okay. So maybe it is I just have to use... Well, no, it can't be I have to use the knife, because I would not necessarily have that if I didn't succeed at the Trapdoor game before. Ah, look at that guy. This would have been a really good time for the voodoo ability. Just kill everything on the screen instantly. Okay. But like I said, I think there were only 3 bosses when I played before, so if that's the case, that would mean that we are in the last area before we exit the dungeon. And maybe I'll get a different ending than I got the first time. Okay, green, and unlocked. Oh good, that trap handled one of them for me. And things have gotten harder. Oh wait, the enemy upgrade chest has, like, I think a question mark on it. I don't think the real chest had that. Oh, one of those guys. Man, there's a lot going on right now. Appreciate that fire going out, so I could get to the other side of the screen. I am getting bad rolls here in this game. Okay, luck. So what that means is that I have an increased chance that's not good, of getting treasure. It's not really what I need right now, though. It's a pretty Metroid-ish sounding sound effect for when I'm about to die. Which is better than the Zelda 1 style effect. Anyway. Yep, fat guy does take a lot of hits. But I'm trying to be careful and not actually go in with melee attacks since I'm almost dead. And that's it, I'm dead. Caught fire. Alright, so, Diehard Dungeon. Didn't get to the end this time. If I could press retry. If I did, this was what would happen. I start back at the beginning. What? Nah. That's a bad start. But, let's see, I think... Yeah, I start off with the hand cannon. I don't start completely at the beginning, but, I do start with the companion chest and the cannon. And, oh, those chests did have question marks. The enemy chest had a different mark on it, right? Was it a backwards question mark? It had something different about it, I think. Didn't really get many permanent upgrades from those chests, though. But anyway, that's Diehard Dungeon. I really like it, actually. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the look of it. I like the music. I think the music's really good. And there seems to be a lot of it that I do not know about. Like I said, I did get to an ending, but it was very short, very abrupt. It was not much of an ending at all. I just left the dungeon, and I was outside, and it said that the dungeon master was still alive. Now, I did not meet any dungeon master throughout the game, so I guess that's the secret, trying to figure out how to get to him. There's an alternate mode as well called Mayhem. It says here it's under construction, but we'll just take a quick look at it. This really doesn't have much to it, the Mayhem mode. This seems to be a horde mode, where you play as the treasure chest. And it's a dual joystick shooter, which I'm a big fan of those. I love those. But, yeah, there's not much for me really here in Horde mode, or Mayhem mode. We play for 3 minutes, I guess, to see what our score is going to be. The levels increase as our scores increase, and our levels increase, more enemies will appear in the room, and I think as we, if we take damage, our score goes down, and so our level also goes down. This really seems to be all there is to it, just being in this one room and shooting spikes at these slimes that are appearing. So yeah, so far, this has been the game that's been the most interesting to me of the games that I've seen that are supposed to come out for the Indie Games Uprising III. That doesn't mean that this will be the best game for me in the Uprising, because when those other games come out, maybe there'll be something that ends up being better than it looks for right now. Because there are some interesting looking things, but I don't know how they're going to turn out. This just seemed very interesting to me because of the whole, amalgamation of Link to the Past and roguelikes. That was something that appealed to me. So this was something I wanted to play. And I'm glad that it turned out well. At least I think it did. I think it's pretty fun to play, and I think I'm going to keep playing this even after the video's over to just see if I can get any other endings and what I'm missing, because I do feel like I'm missing something. There's something about the progression in this game that I don't quite get yet. And at least, it's a good change to wipe the taste out of my mouth from Sententia. Because honestly, that game did annoy me a little bit that it was actually part of this package. Since, the purpose of the Indie Games Uprising is to be a showcase to show off to people what games could be on the service, since XBLIG does have a bad reputation. It's considered to be full of, either Minecraft games or just terrible, terrible things. It's pretty much considered a joke, so, it does need something like this, like a promotion like the Uprising, to try to generate interest in the service. And by putting something like Sententia in that, will just confirm to people their pre-existing opinions that XBLIG is not something that's worth bothering with. So that seems like, Sententia doesn't seem like not just a bad game, but potentially damaging to the XBLIG marketplace as a whole. There doesn't seem to be any scoreboards right now. It does say it's work in progress, so maybe that'll be added later. I didn't know that they could draw that kind of information on XBLIG, though. I thought they were very restricted in terms of what kind of network functions they were able to use in an XBLIG game. In any case, that's Mayhem mode. I don't really think there's too much to it, but the main mode of Diehard Dungeon I do enjoy quite a bit, and I would really recommend trying this out. That's Diehard Dungeon, the third game of Indie Games Uprising III.